My name is Suzanne Laidlaw and I am in Perth, Western Australia, and I've been an action coach for close to 15 years, since 2010. Before Action Coach, I was an organisational coach working for an organisational coaching firm, but prior to that I had my own business. I was a business owner, a family business owner for 20 years, for a long time. So I know what it's like to be a husband and wife and children and running a family business. It has a lot of different elements to it. The reason why I joined Action Coach was many years ago when I was a small business person, my husband and I got invited to a seminar. So this was some 35 years ago, and there was a young man called Brad Sugars in his late 20s who was standing up on stage telling us, that we could improve our business through coaching. And we were inspired, and I never forgot the inspiration we got from him. Unfortunately, we didn't take on coaching right then. It was actually Brad who was offering to coach us because he was brand new. He'd just started his business. And so we thought we knew everything. And within a couple of years, we realised we didn't know everything. So we got in touch with Action Coach and we hired a local coach in our area. And that was amazing because it just got us to understand what needs to be in place for the business to be able to work without us. And sadly, I was given a diagnosis of a disease, which they predicted I would have 5 years to live. So we decided to put a general manager in our business and backpack the world for a year with our 5-year-old and 9-year-old. That was an amazing experience. And had we not have known what has to be in place to have the business work without us, it wouldn't have been possible. So that was amazing through that first experience with Action Coach, and then years later, decade later, sold our business. And when we sold the business, I thought, well, what am I going to do now? My two loves are business, and I'd always done sports coaching for fun. So I joined my two passions and thought that way I can be a coach and be a business person as well and help other people. Well, how I work with clients when people think, what does business coaching mean and what is it all about? It's really, to me, just the same as sports coaching. If someone was wanting to do a marathon, they would look at where are we now and where do we want to get to? And let's plan out a timeline of what has to happen to actually achieve that goal. And same with business. Where are we now in our business? What are our products? What are we selling? Who's our customers that we're servicing? And then where do we want to get to? What's the goal for us? Because everyone's goal is different. It's why I help them map out a plan of how to get there and help encourage and motivate and hold them accountable and help them with education along that path to getting to where they want to go. So it's the same as any coaching really, because we can't see our own golf swing. It's not possible. One of my client success stories I think that comes to mind probably the most is a young lad who was very young and green to business. He just had himself and somebody else, and he would have been in his mid-20s, I would say. Now, 15 years later, he was one of my initial clients, or maybe 13 years later. He's grown, his family's grown, his business has gone on to 3 different buildings because he's grown, and the growth in his personal business acumen and his confidence and his leadership has been absolutely incredible. And so he's gone from a tiny one-man band to a business of over 30 odd people, and he would turn over in a year then way less than he would turn over in a month now. So, and it's just the journey with his family, his children, his wife. The whole journey it's an absolute honour to be part of seeing someone grow like that. It's not just the money, it's seeing their whole personal growth. And I went to his birthday, and his mum came up and was crying and gave me a cuddle. I'd never met her, and she said, "You're my son's business mum. Thank you so much for being in his life. I've always wanted to meet you, and I'm so glad he has you." And that was like really touching, which was lovely. Touching people's hearts, touching their lives, making a difference. It's amazing. My husband says it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Allowing me to have the space to be me and help other people. In helping other people, we grow ourselves, beyond our wildest dreams, because we're seeing other people's potential beyond what they see. So then that helps us see that reflected back on us. Which is an honour, which is great. Yeah, and I was the supporting wife of a family business person. So yes, I had done some organisational coaching, but I was in a big firm and it was totally different. So it's a very humbling honour to be able to help people on their journey because they share everything with you. They share things that they often wouldn't share with, their partners because they don't want to upset them. Their feelings, their inadequacies, that imposter syndrome, all of the feelings that they have, they happily share, which is good to be able to unload that on someone that you can trust, that you feel safe. So if someone was thinking about potentially becoming a coach, I would say just do it. And we don't know what we don't know. So there's no point in knowing if you're going to like it or not because you haven't tried it. Our basic human instincts, we get joy out of helping other people far more than we get joy from doing something for ourselves. So until you've experienced the joy of actually coaching somebody, you have no idea to judge. It's like trying to tell someone about, the love you have for a child. You cannot explain that. It's just not possible. And same with a coach. The honour you have of becoming a coach, you can't explain to somebody because people trust you with everything. So I would say if someone's thinking of becoming a coach, just try it, give it a go with your open heart, and it will probably be, a whole new world that you never knew existed, just like parenting. It's a new world that you have no idea what it's like until you've gone there.